You know Shelby for Mustangs, but what if I told you they built a truck that costs over $100,000? Yeah, a six-figure F-150 that can outrun muscle cars. It's ridiculously powerful, insanely rare, and somehow almost nobody talks about it. Shelby isn't just about Mustangs. They've been tweaking Ford trucks for years. But this is on another level. Imagine an F-150 with 775 horsepower, a supercharger bigger than your head, and the ability to leave sports cars in the dust, all wrapped up in a package most people don't even know exists. So, what makes this truck special? Why is it so expensive? And is it actually worth the money? Let's find out. Here's the thing. Ford already makes fast trucks. The Raptor is a beast off-road, the Lightning is an electric torque monster, and the Tremor gives you a balance of both worlds. So why would Shelby feel the need to build this thing? Was Ford missing something? Or is this just another overpriced collector's item? This isn't just some slightly tuned up truck. The Shelby F-150 Super Snake is a 775 horsepower street truck designed to embarrass sports cars at stoplights. This thing is powered by a 5.0-liter V8, just like the Mustang GT. But Shelby throws in a massive Whipple supercharger, a high-flow intake, an upgraded throttle body, and a custom Borla exhaust that sounds like thunder cracking in the sky. And the result? A full-size truck that hits 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. That's faster than a stock Mustang GT, faster than a C8 Corvette, faster than a lot of so-called performance cars. But it's not just about speed. Shelby reworks the entire truck to handle all that power. Lowered suspension, performance shocks, massive brakes, and custom aerodynamics make sure it doesn't just go fast, but also stays planted on the road. And that's crucial, because putting 775 horsepower in a truck without the right tuning would be a disaster. To make sure it handles all that power, Shelby installs a heavy-duty transmission cooler, performance differentials, and a custom tune that optimizes throttle response and shift points. The truck is also lighter than a regular F-150 because of the performance-focused components Shelby swaps in. It's a serious machine, not just a flashy badge. Here's where it gets interesting. This isn't a mass-produced Ford truck you can just order at a dealership. Shelby limits production to just 500 units per year. That means if you see one in the wild, you're looking at one of the rarest trucks on the road. And because of that exclusivity, these trucks don't just depreciate like normal F-150s. Some models from previous years have actually increased in value, making them highly desirable among collectors. That's because Shelby has a history of turning ordinary vehicles into future classics. Just look at the Shelby GT 350 and GT 500 Mustangs, which are still highly sought after. Collectors love them because they're rare, but also because they deliver something truly unique, a combination of muscle car performance and truck practicality in a way that no other vehicle does. Now let's talk money. The Shelby F-150 Super Snake starts at just over $100,000. That's a lot of cash, especially when you can get a Ford Raptor R for around the same price. So, what makes this worth 6 figures? Shelby performance upgrades. You're not just paying for the badge, you're getting a completely transformed truck. The suspension, brakes, and aerodynamics are all upgraded. Interior refinements, custom leather seats, carbon fiber accents, and Shelby badging everywhere. Even the gauge cluster gets a Shelby makeover. Exclusivity. Like we said, only 500 per year. Try finding another one in your area. Resale value. Unlike a standard F-150, these trucks tend to hold their value better over time. Supercharged power. The base 5.0-liter V8 is already impressive, but the Whipple supercharger setup makes it feel like a whole different beast. Let's put the Shelby F-150 Super Snake up against some of its biggest competitors. First, the Ford Raptor R, 700 horsepower, approximately $110,000. The Raptor R is built for off-road dominance, while the Shelby is a street predator. If you want to jump dunes, go Raptor. If you want to gap Camaros at red lights, go Shelby. Then the Ram TRX, 702 horsepower, approximately $95,000. The TRX is an off-road beast with a Hellcat engine. It's heavier and not as quick on pavement, but it's an absolute tank. Finally, the Chevy Silverado ZR2, 420 horsepower, approximately $70,000. Cool truck, but in a different league. The Shelby would leave it in the dust. One thing to keep in mind, while the Raptor R and TRX are designed for all-terrain mayhem, the Super Snake is a street-focused performance truck. That means it's lowered, it's built for handling, and it's all about straight-line speed. Is it actually worth $100,000? This is where things get real. Yes, the Shelby F-150 Super Snake is insane. It's fast, rare, and will make any truck guy's heart race. But here are some things to consider before pulling the trigger. It's a street truck, not an off-roader. If you're looking for something to tear up the trails, this isn't it. The lowered stance and road-tuned suspension mean this is built for asphalt, not dirt. No factory warranty. Since the truck is modified by Shelby, Ford doesn't cover most of the performance parts. That means if something goes wrong with that supercharger, you're paying out of pocket. Daily driving? Maybe not. Sure, it's an F-150, but it's also a 775 horsepower monster. Gas mileage? Forget about it. Ride comfort? Stiff suspension. Practicality? You might not even want to put stuff in the bed. Collector's item or true performance machine? Some people buy these trucks just to store them in garages, while others actually drive them hard. If you're spending $100,000, what kind of owner would you be? The Shelby F-150 Super Snake is one of the most ridiculous, over-the-top trucks ever built. It's a perfect blend of muscle car aggression and truck utility, but it's not for everyone. If you want a truck that's exclusively about speed and exclusivity, this is the one. If you want something more practical, maybe stick to the Raptor or TRX. But one thing's for sure, you won't find another truck like this on the road. If you love rare, high-performance trucks, subscribe now and check out this video about trucks that beat the F-150.